Uki, A-poi-ee-naam. Hello, my name is Shilo. As you know, today is Orange Shirt Day, and today is a day to remember and honor the children that were taken from their homes, sent to residential schools, and who unfortunately never came home. Today is a very important day for me, personally. My grandmother was a residential school survivor. As a result of her time in residential school, she lost touch with her culture and her language. Me being raised by her, I wasn't taught my native language, Blackfoot. That is why today I am so happy that there are books like this that contain our traditional teachings, our languages, our stories. These are books that my children can read, and their children can read, and their children can read. And we can know that our language, our culture, our traditions will live on forever in the pages of these books. This is so important, especially on a day like today. Okay, good afternoon. I'm very, very honored to be sharing this book with you by my friend Natoyi'sokasiim, Tim Fox. This book is called Napi, Imitaa, Napi and the Dog. On this particular day, Napi was flying high in the sky as Isipu, crow. As Isipu was enjoying the beauty of Natoyi'sokasiim territory, he came across Imitaa, dog. Napi swooped down to Imitaa and asked, "Uki, tsanadapi?" Imitaa answered, "Uki Napi, sugapi." "Hello Napi, I'm good." Napi said, "Tsama, tagagistu." "Where are you going?" Imitaa said, "I'm just enjoying this beautiful land on this day gifted to us by Apistituki, our creator." As they were wandering Sagyotsi, the prairies, they heard the sound of celebration in the distance and decided to follow the sounds to see what was happening. They came upon an abandoned ini, buffalo skull. From inside came the sounds of laughter and celebration. "Uki, takagistu. Hello, who's there?" "A keepi, what's going on?" "Uki, we're just having a celebration in Atsisaki, a feast." Imitaa said, "Sounds like you're having an amazing celebration. Can we join you?" Ganaskina said, "Yes, Gistu, you can join our celebration, but there are a couple of rules to follow before you can join. First, you must be respectful of everyone inside. Next, you must show our Natoyi's, our home, respect and not make a mess. Finally, one of the most important instructions, you must remove your tail so that you can shrink down to a size small enough to enter our Natoyi's. Then, Gistu can join in our celebration and feast." So, Imitaa followed all the rules, and they had an afternoon of laughter, visits, celebration, and feasting. The next day, Imitaa had such a wonderful time at the celebration that he returned with other Imitaa and asked if they could join in all the celebrations. Again, Ganaskina reminded them of all the rules. Gistu must be respectful of everyone inside. Gistu must show our home respect and not make a mess. And one of the most important instructions is Gistu must remove your tail to shrink down to a size small enough to fit into our home. And when Gistu leave, it is very, very, very important to remember that Gistu leave with your own tail. If you follow all these rules and instructions, then you can join in our celebration and feast. All the Imitaa agreed, and one by one they removed their tails at the entrance and shrunk down to the size of Ganaskina and entered the celebration. Again they had an afternoon full of laughter, visits, and feasting. They were having so much fun that they lost track of the time, and as night fell, they heard Gitsistigum, thunder, and Suta, rain. In a mad scramble to get Natoyi's and not be caught in the Suta, they forgot all about the rules given to them by Ganaskina. They began to scream and trip over one another in a rush to the entrance to grab their tail and run Natoyi's. They were tripping over each other, making a mess, and grabbing any tail as they made their way to the exit and into the Suta. And so, there are many lessons that can be learned from this story. Imitaa will never forget one of these lessons to this day, because what is the one thing that you see Imitaa do to other Imitaa when they meet? They're looking for their own tail. Authors and creators from across Treaty 7 territory have come together and partnered with the Calgary Public Library to bring you a series of books that contain our traditional stories and languages. It is such an honor to be able to share these stories with people across Mohkinstsis, Calgary. I'm honored to be reading one of these to you today, and we'll be adding a link to the Calgary Public Library's website to access these books. Thank you.